Okay, I'm going on holiday in a couple of days for a week in the sun, so I won't be doing any more videos until I come back, because my wife will go mental if I don't help her with getting things ready to go. Anyway, remember about a year ago, David Cameron lost a vote in Parliament to back the so-called rebels in Syria to topple Assad.
Thank you. The ayes to the right, 272. The noes to the left, 285. So the noes have it, the noes have it.
Mr. Speaker, on a point of order, there having been no motion passed by this House tonight, can the Prime Minister confirm to the House that he will not use the royal prerogative to order the UK to be part of military action, given the will of the House that has been expressed tonight, before there's been another vote in this House of Commons?
Order. It is, of course, not a matter for the Chair, but the Prime Minister has heard it and is welcome to respond.
Point of order, and I can give that assurance. Let me say the House has not voted for either motion tonight. I strongly believe in the need for a tough response to the use of chemical weapons, but I also believe in respecting the will of this House of Commons. It is very clear tonight that while the House has not passed a motion, it is clear to me that the British Parliament, reflecting the views of the British people, does not want to see British military action. I get that, and the government will act accordingly.
Well, the vote partly came about because the media and the government told us that Assad had used chemical weapons against the rebels, when in fact the UN declared that it was the rebels who Cameron wanted to support that fired those chemical weapons and not Assad. Had Cameron have won that vote, the UK would have been supporting ISIS in Syria. Cameron would have become ISIS's, if there is such a word, Air Force. Cameron was willing to support ISIS a year ago, who were the type of people to post videos on YouTube that show them cutting out the hearts of dead soldiers and eating it raw. Remember this article? Britain planned to train and equip 100,000 Syrian rebels. Well, this was ISIS that they were going to arm, fund and train. Now we have Malcolm fucking Rifkind saying in all seriousness and without breaking into laughter that the US and UK should now back Assad to defeat ISIS. So a year ago, we had a vote to bomb Assad to help the rebels, i.e. ISIS, and now we should bomb the rebels, i.e. ISIS, to help Assad. Just how fucked up is that? US and UK should back Assad to defeat ISIS, senior UK MP. The US and UK must work with Bashar Assad's Syrian regime if they are to defeat the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, ISIS. The chairman of Britain's Intelligence, and Security Committee warns. Sir Malcolm Rifkind, one of UK's most senior MPs, told the Financial Times in an exclusive interview that the horrific murder of American journalist James Foley highlights the urgent need to take action against the extremist group Islamic State, IS, formerly ISIS, ISIL, whose swift rise to power in the Middle East has remained largely unchecked by Western intervention. The region is fucked up. But can you imagine what it would be like if we had voted to support the rebels and we defeated Assad a year ago and handed Syria, the whole fucking country, to ISIS? Just like we handed Libya to Al-Qaeda a couple of years ago. I bet they would have had a central bank by now, no doubt run by the Rothschilds. ISIS would have been even more powerful and even stronger if Cameron had supported them officially last year. It's unbelievable what's going on. We should just hand the planet over to the under-10s and let them make the decisions, because they couldn't do a worse job than this bunch of charlatans we have in power at the moment. Never forget, people, never ever forget that David Cameron wanted to support ISIS in Syria. Never forget that.